Guys, let's do this problem right here. The question is asking the semicircular part of the line lies in the xz plane. Determine the centroid of the line. So if you recognize, this is a set of lines right here. So this is a circle made out of line, and also we have this one right here and this one. This is what we have to calculate, the centroid of these things. So in this case, what I had to do, I had to pick up the centroid. So in this case, centroid of the line is going to be exactly in the middle. Centroid of this line is going to be exactly in the middle, and centroid of the circle is somewhere right here. How do I know? There's the equation for this one. So for centroid of half half circle arc, the equation is 2r divided by 5. So this is for centroid of a line. But if you have centroid of a circle with area, that's a different thing. Like that's 4r over 3 5. That doesn't come here because this is just a line, and consider as a set of wires, right? So that's so we have to use the line equations for these things. So centroid of this is going to be somewhere right here. So let's see what's the equation we can use for to. So in this case, this is a 3D problem, so we have to use xyz plane. So in this case, I have to find x bar. So to find the x bar, the equation is sigma xi li divided by the summation of the length. Then to find the y, I have to use sigma yi li divided by sigma li. And to find the z, I had to calculate sigma zi li divided by sigma li. So first of all, let's create a set of table for these things. So first of all, I list figure, then the length, then xi, yi, ci, then multiplication with the length. So li xi, li yi, and li zi. So these are the things that we have to find. And unit of the length is going to be millimeter because that's what given. So it's going to be millimeter. Xi is also going to be millimeter. Yi is millimeter. And then this is zi. Zi is also millimeter. Then if you multiply length times this one, that's going to be millimeter square. Then length times yi, that's also millimeter square. This is also millimeter square. So let's see how we can calculate. First of all, I take the circle right here. So if I pick up the circle, so this is a half circle. So how to calculate the circle, length of the circle? So the equation is, so I put it in the wrong place. I actually, this belongs to here. So this is the figure, right? So length. So how to calculate the length of the circle? So usually, if it's a full circle, we use 2 pi r, but since this is a half circle, we have to use pi r. So pi r is going to be, the radius is given 120, so it's going to be 125. And then xi is going to be this one. So we mentioned right here that centroid of the circle is 2r over 5. So that's what it's located. That's where it's located. Then x is going to be distance. So we are measuring everything from here. So that's the point we are measuring from. So if we measure it from here, this one is going to be 2 times 120. 2r divided by 5, so it's going to be 2 times 120 divided by 5. Ya is going to be nothing because there's no height for this one, so it's going to be 0. Then zi also, so z axis is what? Z axis, so this is x level. Let's be clear. So x, this is z, and this is y. So in the z-axis it's going to be same thing, it's going to be exactly in the middle. So the centroid is going to be in the middle, so it's going to be 120. Then if I multiply this one by the length, this is going to give us 28,800. Then if I multiply this y, it's going to give us 0, and if I multiply this one by z, it's going to become 45,238.93. Then let's do the next figure. If I take this height, let's see what I get. So if I take that height, the length of this height is 100 millimeter, so we can directly put it. Then xi is going to be half of this one, so it's basically 50, this is y, so this is y. Xi is nothing because xi is along this plane, and z also nothing, only y-axis. So it's x is 0, y is 50, and c also 0 because this is in the y plane, so that's the only measurement we have. Then if I multiply this one by x, that's going to become 0. Y 100 times 50 is going to be 5,000. Then 100 times 0 is going to be 0. Then let's do the hypotenuse part. So if I take that one, so in this case this length is not given, but we have this one and this one, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find this length. So according to the Pythagorean theorem, this 2 square root give us this value. So let's do this. So square root of 100 square plus 160 square is going to give this value. Then xi is going to be exactly in the middle. So total is 160, the middle part is going to be 80, so 80 is my xi. Then yi is going to be half of the height. It's going to be, because it's located half of the height, and 100 divided by 50 is going to be 50. Then ci, if you look at this, there's no c plane in this one, so c is 0. Then if I multiply li by xi, I will get 15,094.37, and if I multiply li times yi, it's going to give us 9,433.98, and if you multiply li times zi is 0, therefore this will become 0. Now we calculated everything. Now we have to find these three things, right? So we have to know LIXI, so we have to know this one, summation of this one, summation of this one, summation of this one, and summation of the length. So let's sum the length first. So if you sum this length, this comes out to be 665.67, and if you sum this LIXI, that comes out to be 43,894.37, and if you sum this LIYI, that comes out to be 14,433.98, and if you sum this LIZI, that comes out to be exactly this value, so that's going to be 45,238.93. Actually, yeah, this is 98, so this is 98. Then I can substitute these values in this equation to find the final value. So let's put this. So sigma xi, that's 43,894.37. So I put this one here, 43,894.37 divided by 665.67, and if you calculate this one comes out to be 65.94 millimeter, because this is millimeter square, because xi times li millimeter square, this is millimeter, so when you divide you will get millimeter. Then same thing right here, so yi li is going to be this value, it's 14,433.98, divided by 665.67. This is millimeter square divided by millimeter. That's going to give us the value that is 21.68 millimeter. Then if you do the same thing for the CI, I substitute this value, so it's going to be 45,238.98 divided by 665.67. That's gonna give us a value of 67.96 millimeter. So this is millimeter square divided by millimeter, and these are the final answers. So we found x bar, y bar, c bar. So this location is give us the centroid of this plane. So that's how we do this one. I hope you guys like this video. See you next time.